who we are we?
Let's see here. All right. Yeah, should be.
Did I see on a text where you guys, someone sent something about Scott McLaughlin and...
Yes.
Okay, because he got a soundbite about talking about their Tuesday night meetups.
Oh,
Scott
at
McLaughlin,
Charlotte Motor Speedway?
SVG, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I'll have that tweet ready? The McLaughlin tweet? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, they have been racing a lot together. I didn't even remember that. But yeah, Brexton's in that same kind of summer shootout, cookout summer shootout.
1 minute till we go live on the network, Skipjack.
White flag.
This time by.
Yeah. So, there's 6 sound bites we've got Bubba.
Okay.
And again, the way he likes to pontificate, they're pretty lengthy considering. Typically, I like 30 to 45-second sound bites, but these are well worth the time.
The Denny ones, if you want to use them, I have 2 30s, I believe, and then there's one that's like a minute 15, I want to say.
What are they about? Are they about anything?
The first one is about him being a team owner and kissing the bricks as opposed to being a driver, which was pretty interesting. And he talks about he likened it to being a parent and them accomplishing things. I thought you guys would appreciate that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there is one about how much he's seen change in Bubba in the last 12 months, which I found interesting because I noticed that too.
12 seconds there till you hit that snappy little network sound. Are you ready?
It's called finally not giving a shit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll say those last 20 laps, there was ups and downs of telling myself, you're not going to be able to do it. And I hate that I'm that way, but...
And I remember going, like this is going to hurt. And then it went totally quiet.
NASCAR. That is bull.
Like I had a superstition that if I went to pee before jumping into car in like this bathroom, I always had to go to that same bathroom.
You were anti-Pacers, weren't you?
So here's the story. My buddy Don Sherrington, I really was just trolling because, I just was giving him crap.
Yeah, me get to wave the checkered flag. Yeah.
You know what? I'm very comfortable wearing this, and if you think I'm so well.
Are you ready to try again?
Live on the Freak Radio Network, broadcasting from the Lucas Oil Studios. Driven by General Tire.
Rock on, baby!
I am serious. Here's the Freaks.
Oh, Freak Nation, it's going to be a hell of a show. 2 hours of Speed Freaks on the Freak Radio Network, YouTube, Facebook Live. If you miss us tonight, of course, you can grab us on Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Racer Network. Bubba Wallace will be here. Rajah Caruth will be here. Alex Palou will be here. Shawn Reed, who survived a horrific accident last weekend in Washington, he'll be here in the Freak Nation. We might even hear from Denny Hamlin, your team owner, your non-chartered team owner for the race winner at Indianapolis on Sunday afternoon. So it's going to be a hell of a show for you, Freak Nation, as we do this for 120 minutes across the Freak Radio Network. And we're going to do it with a man down. You got the trifecta right now. Give me a little 3-shot. Yep. Look who's missing. Richard C. Suave. Is he coming back now from Comic-Con, or is he still there with all the happy dancers?
I wonder if he got busted because we put him on assignment. Let's be honest.
Right.
We put him on assignment to go into the naval yards. And maybe he got busted. Maybe he's in the Who's Gal.
Who's Gal. The freaking naval Who's Gal down there in San Diego. Because we didn't hear S from him at all over the last 3 or 4 days on our text thread, right?
No. Not a good sign.
Bam.
Yikes.
Uh-huh.
Are you okay, Richie?
Yeah, he'll be all right. So, Freak Nation, thank you guys for being a part of this big old thing. Follow us on YouTube, of course, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as the kids like to call it nowadays. Thank you guys for being a part of this big old thing. The website, speedfreaks.tv. Indianapolis turned out to being, I guess you could say, but again, once again, the last 15, 20 laps was that the payoff for kind of an S-box leading up to that. I got to put up with Cole's bull S when it comes to our text thread talking about what a boring freaking race Indianapolis Motor Speedway is.
It was.
I get it.
Hey, man, I'm the biggest NASCAR snorkeler there is, and I didn't really enjoy this race. I mean,
say that slower.
I did not really enjoy that race,
Okay.
the Brickyard 400 in 2025. Yeah, I mean, I respect the strategy and how it played out naturally, but I think when you have these guys and these teams saving from the jump of the green flag, it just makes for a pretty anticlimactic race. I was also pretty bummed that the rain that came with 5 to go put a damper on what could have been a really interesting white flag lap between Kyle Larson potentially running down Bubba Wallace for the win. But, I mean, the 2 overtimes were pretty interesting. It was obviously great to see Bubba Wallace get back to victory lane. And in the fashion he did it was really
Does
impressive.
all that pay off for you for the first couple of hours for this race? Again, I've been the one that screams for the road course. I don't want to see stock cars on that G-Dam oval. It's built and maintained for open wheel. All right?
Yes.
I don't want to see stock cars on that G-Dam oval. Got to clean it up for our friends at Racer. But I think the fact that, almost said Rusty Wallace, Bubba Wallace won the damn thing, and what it means to NASCAR and to those naysayers with Bubba Wallace and his lack of race wins to some, I think it covers for me. I do. Frankly,
Yes.
first hour and a half, 2 hours, I didn't watch a whole hell of a lot of it. I was watching the IndyCar race. In fact, we were watching a little bit of España versus England with the Women's Euro Championship.
The penalty kicks.
Yeah.
That game went into PKs. Yeah, that was harsh.
But Crasher, I know what, well, again, with Crasher and I living together, I kind of know what she's watching, damn it. But with Bubba Wallace winning this race, does it pay off for you to put that snoozer, or the belief is this race on the oval was one of those where let's just file this away and move on?
No, I think it made the payoff work. I am not a fan of the Brickyard 400. It has somehow become this crown jewel in and amongst the NASCAR circles. I really don't know why, except for the storied history of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That part I obviously get. But this racetrack, like you alluded to, Kenny, is not built for these massive stock cars. It's very flat, and it's built for high-speed open-wheel racing. That it delivers on. It does not deliver with clunky stock cars. It just doesn't. But, yes, the payoff today with Bubba Wallace winning was amazing. And so as I was getting ready for the show, I was kind of thinking, I'm like, well, we have short ovals. We have super speedways. You can't technically call the Brickyard a super speedway for NASCAR because it's so flat. So is this just another kind of discipline that the drivers just have to get used to once a year? And we as fans just have to be like, all right, it's just a different kind of a win. It's part of the diversity of the schedule now in NASCAR. And there's something about that I can respect.
If you go back and look at this race, and if you compartmentalize some of the cautions, some of the wrecks, it's a bit more appealing to me when Ross Chastain went out. What did you call it? The big dime lime?
The lime dime.
The lime dime. Right?
Yeah.
Big dime lime dime. When that happened, when Joey Logano's leading, thinking, oh my God, here we go. Bam! Right rear gone. Then issues with the engine. That added some spice to this damn thing.
Cindric.
Yep, Cindric gone.
right.
Yeah. I'll give you that. That
Penske.
helped. It certainly did help.
Yeah.
But
So basically, Penske had a better day, shockingly, in IndyCar today. I mean, all 3 cars finished decently versus his own track, the Brickyard.
Jeez. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
But again, with Bubba Wallace winning this race and the significance of that, the only African-American black person to win on the oval, Freak Nation, ever. And getting back to what Crasher said about this being a crown jewel, man, something that's doesn't have like 50 or 100-year history. It's just because it's where the Indy 500 races, just because there's still bricks on a freaking racetrack, you feel like you really got to call it a crown?
Well, hold on. What did
Really?
you say? Just because it's not 50 years?
I
mean, it is 30.
Okay, but crown jewel just doesn't. It's not a crown jewel. Freaking Richmond's a crown jewel. Martinsville's a crown jewel. Bristol's a crown jewel.
I'll go Martinsville,
If you
but
want to
not
go
Richmond.
with the tenure on a racetrack and what it means,
Well, it's the facility. It's Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You know, it's the prestige that comes with winning at the Brickyard. Obviously, there's more of a history embedded in IndyCar from that sense, but I think that
you said it right there, though.
Very much to be said, though, for winning at the Brickyard. It's a big deal. And I think running it on the oval, it holds more weight and more value than when they did run on the road course. Because when Tyler Reddick won, when Michael McDowell won, that was great for them, but I just didn't have that same pizzazz of winning on the oval the past, whatever it was, 25 years doing it there.
So we want to sacrifice that for a boring-ass oval race?
What I would like to do is get rid of, this is not new news, get rid of the freaking stages. Get rid of the stage cautions, I should say. Get rid of those planned commercials. Let this race run organically because it races differently than other tracks out there. So let it go on as it should, not with planned cautions, and therefore that fuel saving that kicks in right at the green flag.
And Bubba won this damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't handed to him. It wasn't rigged. Every one of you happy bastards, when you saw the rain, you thought, oh, hell. Not another race win for Bubba with the race being canceled due to rain or cut early because of the rain, right? Come on. Were you guys thinking that?
Yes, except when they showed that line of clouds, I was kind of like, all right, this isn't going to last long. They'll make this work. Yeah.
Bubba on beating Kyle Larson and truly freaking believing. Here we go.
The biggest thing that gets lost is believing in self. And I'll say those last 20 laps, there was ups and downs of telling myself, you're not going to be able to do it. And I hate that I'm that way, but I push myself to be the absolute best. And when the caution came out, my spotter, love him to death. He said the 12 got clear of the pack, keep making pace. I was like, okay, so it's going to be me and Blaney here. Caution comes out, Blaney's nowhere to be found, and it's the 5. So I was like, what the hell was he talking about? So once I seen that it was Larson, I knew I'd have to roll the sleeves up. He won here last year, and he's arguably the best in the field. I have no problem saying that. I respect the hell out of what he does, how he drives. He pushes us all to be that good. So to beat the best, we had to be the best today, and we were able to come out on top.
We've got a lot of that from Bubba Wallace, a lot of that, where there's a lot of reflection, and it seems every time that we talk to Bubba, it's talking about a mental state that he's in, and overcoming that mental state to get that big race win at Indianapolis. He's going to be talking about legends winning in Indianapolis, Tony Stewart, guys of that nature. He's also going to talk about his first win with Bex with him. I mean, that so shot cute. Of lifting Bex up like Simba.
Iconic.
Circle of life.
So more with Bubba Wallace. We've got Rajah Caruth coming in here. Alex Palou, 8 race wins this season, Freak Nation. If he wins 3 more, he's going to set all kinds of banana records. And I mean Mario, Unser, Foyt type records.
No, he will be on top of all of them.
Got a girl. More freaks next.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
As your power steering pump ages, seal leaks may occur, causing the power steering system to lose fluid. Your power steering system may also develop an annoying squeal, and the steering may become more difficult to handle. By using Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak, you will stop the seal leaks, reduce slack in rack and pinion, eliminate the squeals and hard spots in your power steering system. It is guaranteed to stop seal leaks or your money back. Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak. It works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it'd go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Since 2022, the Enjoy Illinois 300 and Worldwide Technology Raceway has been nothing short of spectacular. Side-by-side racing, intense battles, flared tempers. It's now the second race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. All the excitement and the added drama of championship elimination. Go fast, go home. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate, Illinois.
Hey, race fans, it's Crash Gladys.
And Kenny Sargent with SpeedFreaks. You want motorsports with muscle, stories with edge, and guests that won't hold back? Welcome to SpeedFreaks.
We're the only home of raw, real, racing-fueled chaos, and we serve it up weekly on Racer Network. From Supercross to Supercars, F1, NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, we talk legends, we talk lunatics, and everything else in between. Buckle up, Freak Nation.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, coming up, more from your Indianapolis race winner in the NASCAR Cup Series, Bubba Wallace, here in the Freak Nation. But this segment brought to you by good friends at Lucas Oil. Go to lucasoil.com. That's lucasoil.com. Check out a crap ton of products, of fantastic products to keep your 2 wheels, 4 wheels, your boats, your diesel trucks on the road, fat and happy. Go to lucasoil.com. That's lucasoil.com. As you heard us discuss in the first segment, Bubba Wallace winning the race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway basically was a great payoff. And the post-race press conference, Bubba talked about winning at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the legends that have won at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and this race win with all the noise going on, including the lawsuit with NASCAR, with his team owners, Denny Hamlin, and Michael C. Jordan. More with Bubba Wallace now.
Yes, this was ours to take today. I heard a lot of people say some good things that I kind of latched on to. Doug Bowles, he mentioned 2005, Tony Stewart won, 2015, Kyle Busch won, legends win on the 5. I'm not calling myself a legend, but it worked out. So just so thankful for the opportunity. I appreciate MJ, Denny, Curtis, Gene. There's so much going on, and we're able to just show up and compete. And, you guys ask each and every week, especially Jordan, you got any news on what's going on? And I don't care. I just go out and race. All I've known was for 23 years, just go race, no matter what's being said, no matter how many points I'm up on the cut line. Yes, it's there, but when you strap the helmet in, you just go and drive.
I saw your faces when he talked about Michael Jordan calling him, saying he heard any news. Yep. Don't you believe that's in reference to the lawsuit?
Oh, without question. Yeah. Because what other news is there that Michael doesn't already see on TV or know by being in the shop? It's just...
Because, again, think about these guys. Him, Tyler Reddick, even Denny Hamlin, who's running for Joe Gibbs. I get it, but it's his freaking team having to go out there and race in a series that he's suing.
Well, how about that for a story, though? Last week, Denny Hamlin, who's spearheading this lawsuit with NASCAR, wins. And then this week, Bubba Wallace wins, his driver, for 2311. So this has been a great arc in the 2025 season. Just really fun to watch. True. Great stories through the season so far.
And what we saw on Twitter, of course, was when the rain started, how fitting is this? A team that's suing NASCAR is going to lose because NASCAR is going to call the race due to rain. No, it didn't happen, damn it.
Oh, even if they called it, though.
He would have won.
He would have won.
Yeah.
Well, there was something that, whatever the hell.
Well, because Larson was charging. So there was speculation that, okay, we go back to 5 laps, however many there were going to be, and all of a sudden, oh, well, that 4-second lead is gone. So, yeah, that would have been, bottom line, he pulled it out. That
Let's
would have been
get to cut number 3, more with Bubba Wallace talking about the mental issues, the ups and downs, his family, news happening over the weekend. It's more with Bubba Wallace post-race after winning Indianapolis.
I have found my biggest problem, and that's this. If I could shut that off mentally, fully, we could do a lot more of this. So we keep pushing. Winning now before the playoffs start. Never done that before. There's a lot of new stuff for me. So I'm just taking it all in. I got the family here. This is incredible to have Bex win officially his first race and see his dad go to victory lane. That brings me a lot of joy. Amanda here. We lost our grandmother Friday night. And so it's just kind of been a special weekend for us. Putting family first, that's all that matters, and makes things easier. You know, it gives you something to kind of focus on too. The racing stuff is kind of secondary now, and that's, you have to go through a mental shift to say that, you know, especially for me, because I remember when Amanda and I first started dating, I'm like, hey, you know, racing's everything, right? And I knew I made a mistake saying that, and it took me all these years to realize, like, this isn't always going to be here. So I think it's better to, you know, enjoy the moments like this, but nothing can overcome the joy, the times you have with your family at home in private setting, and then you just so happen to be a race car driver on Sundays.
Bubba Wallace, you're a race winner from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And watching Cole watch those sound bites, it's when you see Bubba talk like that, and he talks about that mental state, it's always part of a conversation with Bubba. And I know that the trolls out there on social media get after the guy, but who are we to say what goes on inside his head?
Right.
To be the only black person in a freaking NASCAR Cup Series car racing, and a very low percentage of people of color showing up to a race win, or excuse me, showing up to a race in any freaking series.
Comparatively speaking,
yeah.
It's gotten so much better.
But come
yeah,
on.
comparatively speaking,
Come on.
still.
When you see that, Cole Cusimano, your thoughts?
I just love his transparency, and I love hearing about his mental state and how he's really worked to improve that, because that's been, I think, his biggest crutch in his racing career, is that it's been tough for him to overcome those mental struggles of overcoming these divisive barriers and whatnot. And I noticed the change last year, which is crazy to think about, because, you know, he hadn't won since 2022.
Right.
And seeing the shift, there was a noticeable change in his on-track performance and his overall just well-being at the racetrack. Like, you know, he looks like he wants to be there now. And I think it's showing on track, it's translating to success. And I just love hearing him talk about family as well, because family is everything to me as well. So hearing him say that comes first now over racing, I think, has been a big thing as well, because maybe it lessens the pressure for him to perform as everybody wants him to, you know.
I will never forget Bubba Wallace spring 2024 race. He was late to the driver's meeting, and as he's walking down the red carpet to head in, there were a couple people behind him saying, oh, this has been a day. This has been a day. And then he literally ran out of the red carpet after the driver's meeting straight back to the hauler, or actually, no, it was actually to a meeting that he had to go to. And you could just tell something was up. And it was kind of, I would like put the puzzle pieces together of the whole beginning of 2024. Just, again, you could just see little things. You can pick up on things in pit lane. Mentally, things were not great. But by the end of the year, he was a different guy. So come Phoenix finale, I'm like, oh, hey, hi. Yeah, you're a new guy, which was pretty cool.
Ryan Twinning on YouTube says, I wish fans got to see the Bubba we're fortunate to see at the racetrack. He's such a cool guy, and most importantly, real.
Boom.
Warts and all, right? When the rain started to drop at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I sent a text to the group here saying, you can't tell me you weren't thinking about the rain-shortened Talladega race win that he got, And the grief that he continued to get for that, like, it wasn't a real race win. Sorry, Skipjack. But this was a real race win, holding off Kyle Larson, as he said earlier, about being the best that's out there. And he had the same issues as, well, he didn't. He was thinking about social media when the rain started. Cody, are we ready for soundbite number 4?
Oh, wow.
Bubba Wallace talking about the trolls on social media eventually.
Damn. You know, I understood the reasoning. It was big splashes the last time through 1 and 2, and it was like, okay. And then he says it's pouring by the time we get over there next time. So I was like, okay, I understand. I will say the first thing that came to my mind is, like, here we go again. If it rains and it ends it, Lord have mercy, Twitter's going to blow up, you know? And I said that for a second, but I was like, man, I really want to win this straight up. I want to go back racing. So, yeah, I was content with it going on. I was bummed that we gave up that lead, but here we are.
He's working. He's working on his mental capacity to shut out those haters, but they do exist, and, yeah, they're still knocking.
People are quick to forget about Kansas, though. He earned that win straight up.
Right.
He led almost 60 laps in that race,
Very
and he
good
did
point.
a great job. But I don't know if you want to add anything to that. If you got any more
No,
clips,
fine.
but
Go ahead.
I just want to say he really earned that win because all the talk, the entire red flag was that he was 2 laps short on fuel. He wouldn't make it to a double overtime. He was on the same cycle as William Byron. Byron ran out that final lap. He held off arguably the best driver in the world right now in Kyle Larson, and he had enough fuel. He saved enough fuel somehow to do a cool-down lap and a burnout. So it was just really impressive, and he deserves all the credit for this win. Just really impressive.
Yet the haters will still find ways to hate.
Oh, let them.
Unfortunately. And again, the significance of a black man winning a NASCAR Cup Series race isn't lost on us. If you follow us if you watch us live on YouTube, you see a number of comments about not a dry eye in their house. Crasher was bawling. I got emotional with this win, so it was.
We immediately, for those of you that have
Quick,
followed
Crasher,
us for
we
a
gotta
while,
break.
we immediately text Statman and said, "Are you crying with this Indy win, just like you were with Buddy Rice in 2004?"
Gotta
He's
go,
like,
Crash.
"Oh my
Gotta
God,
go.
he won."
More from Denny Hamlin, the race-winning team owner, and Bubba Wallace coming up. SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Here's to the Dream Chasers, the Glass Ceiling Breakers, the Minivan Mothers, the Scheduled Jugglers, and everyday All-Stars at the top of their game. We see you making moves, taking names, and rewriting the rules to find your own way. To all the women who keep our world running smooth, we keep you on the move.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams July Summer Sale and get 30% off paints and stains July 18th through the 28th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Do you have an idea for a book, fiction, nonfiction, or a children's book? We can help you put it together and bring it to market at Dorrance Publishing. We have thousands of testimonials from people just like you that we've helped get their books sold in stores and online. We've even got a service called The Writer's Coach. It's perfect for people that have a book idea in their head and they just need someone to help them put it on paper. Dorrance Book Publishing has been helping people just like you who have a book idea, written or not, for over 100 years. Imagine being counted among the most famous authors in the world with your very own book. Call right now and let us help you turn a book idea into reality. It's easier than you think. You just need a little help. Call us now.
800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. That's 800-879-4098.
Hey, Freak Nation, Crasher here. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use my limited time promo code FREAKS and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. Our listeners are making $200 to $300 a year just from buying the gas they already needed. Don't wait. Download the free Upside app now and use my promo code FREAKS to redeem your 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code FREAKS, and it's totally legit. Real people are getting paid just to make their daily commutes, and you can too. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or other brands. Download the free Upside app now using my limited time promo code FREAKS for a limited time, 25 cent per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Since 2022, the Enjoy Illinois 300 and Worldwide Technology Raceway has been nothing short of spectacular. Side-by-side racing, intense battles, flared timbers. It's now the second race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. All the excitement and the added drama of championship elimination. Go fast, go home. Get your tickets now at WWTRaceway.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate, Illinois.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, General Tire has been a part of this big old fat show for over 2 decades, man. My suggestion during the summer heat, roll on a new set of General Tires. Go to GeneralTire.com. That's GeneralTire.com. F-250. Got yourself a little sports car, a little Lexus action. They got it. Go to GeneralTire.com. That's GeneralTire.com. Denny Hamlin, he won at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but he won as a team owner. And Cole Cusimano had a chance to listen to Denny Hamlin's post-race press conference.
Yeah, he had some really interesting stuff to say following that win. Obviously, he got the win as a team owner for 2311 Racing. But I think one thing that stuck out the most to me was he spoke about what we talked about just recently about Bubba Wallace and how he's had a noticeable change around the racetrack in his mindset and whatnot. And he feels that has parlayed into his on-track performance improving. So here we have some clips of Denny Hamlin speaking on just that.
He's felt pressure. I think he's felt the pressure from not only me, but Michael and everyone. You know, you want to perform the best of your teammates. And it just seems like, for me, something changed mid last year. You know, you can relate it to having a child or whatever, but something happened mid last year where I saw a change in attitude that then changed work ethic. And so what I'm hoping he takes from this is that hard work pays off. It really does pay off. And hopefully we see more of this.
Watching Denny Hamlin there, I don't want to get too far off track. I just think about, again, you're sitting at the dais of Indianapolis Motor Speedway of a series that you're suing, and you're having to have a conversation about your driver winning a race that's not a chartered. There's so much going on that it blows my freaking mind that Hamlin can actually sit up there without spewing freaking hate. Right?
It's amazing. That's how you silence the haters and all the stuff going on. And that's what he does best. He thrives off that situation. That's why we've seen him front and center the last couple weeks at Dover and now at Indianapolis. Do you want to go to the other clip here?
Let's do that.
So this is basically just him elaborating on what he's seen in terms of change from Bubba Wallace the last, 12 months now. And this question was asked by Dustin Long of NBC.
His peaks and valleys weren't, he shallowed that up. His valleys weren't as low. I think it seemed like on the bad days he was able to compartmentalize that and then think about the positives versus everything sucks all the time. Like, it's just that's a tough way to live, and we're in a business that if you can win 5% of the time, you're a Hall of Famer. Like, it's just you're gonna lose. This is a losing business, and you have to find happiness in some other way other than actually winning. Mike Ford told me that early in my career, and that was the best advice I've ever been given. And it's something that certainly needed to be told to Bubba, that you got to find these little goals that you can feel good about. Because it's tough out there, and we're going to give you everything that we can for you to go out there and compete. I'm going to give you the same car that I've got week in, week out, but it's up to you to put in the work, and it's up to you to want it, and then let your abilities go from there. And it just seems like over the last 12 months, the performance is definitely better.
Spot on.
Right? I mean, 'cause we're all at the track a decent amount every year. We've seen the progression of Bubba Wallace, the person, out of the race car. And I just think that, hearing that firsthand from Denny, he's around him 24/7 basically, it just speaks volumes about how far he's progressed. And it's really, really remarkable. It's cool to see.
Well, it's like when you know you're seeing something, but you don't know for sure, and then Denny just validated it. And then we're like, okay, this makes sense now with everything that Bubba's been doing.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, so to speak, but with the mental issues that Bubba may have, or he's admitted it, that we all freaking have.
We all have, yeah.
To be able to find it within you, to work your way into a win such as this, over months and years of trials and tribulations, my personal journey dealing with mental issues, every one of us, man. Really, do I want to walk out of the freaking house and drive a freaking race car for 4 hours? Well, no. But I will say having a kid puts a new perspective. There are just certain things you do and don't do in your life. And usually the things you do are for the better versus don't do.
Usually.
Yeah, usually. So not a surprise to me to see a change in Bubba once he found out he was going to be a father. Are we ready for cut number 5? Let's get ready for cut number 5 with Bubba Wallace. More with your race winner from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Bubba talking about hearing the cheers, hearing the boos. The win was rigged. More from Bubba.
It's, it's sports, right? You're going to have people booing, people cheering. I had a guy today call me a punk. It was okay. Punks get trophies, I guess. It's sports, and some different than others, but I definitely heard the cheers, and I appreciated that. And it's something I've but something I've paid more attention to in the recent years, maybe months. I know there's a lot of Bubba Wallace fans out there and a lot of support that they try to combat the naysayers and all this stuff. Does anybody know where the goalpost got moved to now? Anybody? Did it get moved yet? It's rigged? Oh, of course.
Well done.
I love it.
He said that in his post-race interview on the network as well. Something like, oh, yeah, the goalpost is moved now.
I don't know if that's all becoming a father or running for or finally listening to Michael Jordan or Denny Hamlin, but I can't think of a better phrase, to have fun with the haters.
Oh, yeah.
To put it back in the old saying of kill them with kindness. Embrace it, yes. We've had our share with SpeedFreaks. Nothing like, listen, I am not comparing our edginess over the last 25 years and the hate that's been spewed towards us and the fact that I've got a woman on set.
And we had a black man on set for 25 years, so yeah.
And the stories he would tell, he said, watch this person right in front of me, 50 yards out. They're going to walk across the pits so they don't have to cross me. And you would see things like that happen at the races just because he's a black man. And unless you're a black man winning a NASCAR Cup Series race like Bubba did at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, evidently one of the crown jewels, then don't even act like you know what it's like to take the heat that he's taken. And if we continue to play that soundbite with him referring to legends, Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch, other drivers that have won at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, he's having fun with it. Not a legend. Well, he's not. Got himself a race win. He's freaking locked into the freaking playoffs.
He's happy to be a part of that 5 group.
Yeah.
Let him have his happiness with that. My God.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch and Tony Stewart, okay.
I haven't paid, when the race wrapped, I went right into production mode for this show. And I don't pay a lot of attention to Twitter or social media in general on Sundays. Were people trying to make excuses for his win? Did you see any of that?
I didn't see anything,
Right.
honestly. I have a lot of like NASCAR media, motorsports media on my timeline, so I would not see any hate towards Bubba and the conspiracies or whatnot, but I'm sure they're definitely out there.
Yeah.
I saw nothing on X. I saw a lot of praise, and my favorite was Scott McLaughlin, IndyCar driver Scott McLaughlin, who had got a top 10 today. Penske did pretty decent out west.
Finally, geez.
Right? And Scott, I'm just going to read this because he quote tweeted a picture of Bubba down on the bricks with Bex. And he said, "This guy is the best dad. Has been going through it with the racing gods. Always one of the first people to text me if we have a bad day. So happy for you, B-Dub. A great dude, and I hope the haters enjoyed it."
Wow, that's awesome.
I know,
didn't
that
see
is way cool.
And the significance of his friendship, his recent friendship with Scott McLaughlin, again, IndyCar Series pilot, and SVG. They have a little Tuesday night dinner club at Charlotte Motor Speedway that he talks about. We'll get to that top of the next hour.
The summer shootout, they call it.
Yeah.
A lot of big names. The Bush family's there. If you're in the Charlotte area, you know what we're talking about, you lucky dogs.
Mm-hmm. So we'll get to that soundbite coming up top of the hour. But coming up next, Alex Palou's on a freaking tear. Dude's got 8 race wins in the IndyCar Series. And we're running out of stuff to ask the guy. But we got into a great conversation about urinating in his fire suit, eating bacon before race day. Ooh. Not necessarily him, but somebody else of significance. And his little isms that he has when it comes to superstitions. 3 more race wins, and he passes A.J. Foyt and Mario Andretti and the Uncers. Or Al Unser?
Al Sr.,
Al
yes.
Sr. Palou, next. Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Hey, race fans, it's Crash Gladys.
And Kenny Sargent with Speed Freaks. You want motorsports with muscle, stories with edge, and guests that won't hold back? Welcome to Speed Freaks.
We're the only home of raw, real, racing-fueled chaos, and we serve it up weekly on Racer Network. From Supercross to Supercars, F1, NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, we talk legends, we talk lunatics, and everything else in between. Buckle up, Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Racer Network.
Here's to the Dream Chasers, the Glass Ceiling Breakers, the Minivan Mothers, the Schedule Jugglers, and everyday All-Stars at the top of their game. We see you making moves, taking names, and rewriting the rules to find your own way. To all the women who keep our world running smooth, we keep you on the move.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, "Oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save."
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Taxes 321 now at 800-808-9443. 800-808-9443. That's 800-808-9443.
Since 2022, the Enjoy Illinois 300 and Worldwide Technology Raceway has been nothing short of spectacular. Side-by-side racing, intense battles, flared timbers. It's now the second race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. All the excitement and the added drama of championship elimination. Go fast or go home. Get your tickets now at WWTRaceway.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate Illinois.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Once again, Freak Nation, Alex Palou, the regular seat here in the Freak Nation, IndyCar Series winner from Laguna Seca, here with the Freaks. And I don't want to talk about all these records. And, of course, if you have 10, 11 wins throughout the season. No, I want to talk about your superstitions, man. Do I understand this right, that every race you won, you've had bacon in the morning?
No.
Is that right? No.
That's my strategist. That's what he said. Yes, that's his superstition, and that's what he said. I did not know that. I think that was a secret that Marshall told everybody, and he allowed everybody to know. But now that I know, I'll make sure that he has that before every race. Actually, last week in Toronto, he did not have that because we did not have the Honda hospitality there in Toronto, and he was not able to get that bacon before the race. So, hey, I'm going to be pushing for that bacon, and I'm going to be looking for bacon everywhere for him.
Hey, and I know you don't want to talk about taking the championship. I mean, we're not going to talk about that. But superstitions for you, Palou, I think we've talked about this in the past. What superstitions do you have as a freaking race-winning driver and championship driver, or have you thrown all those out?
How much time you got?
Oh.
No, honestly, I don't. I used to have a lot. I used to have a lot of superstitions. I think they are dangerous. Having superstitions are very dangerous. Like whenever you're not allowed to have that bacon before a race, if that's your superstition, you're going to feel unsafe. You're not going to feel well. So what I try and do is some stuff that I know I will always be able to control. Like I'm always able to control the way I put my fireproof no mix. I always do it the same order. And I always take my time to like put my shoelaces. I always take my time like getting into the car, the way and the side I enter the car, it's always the same. But I only have those 3-4 superstitions that I know that I will always be able to control, because superstitions that you cannot control are very dangerous. I know that by experience.
Oh, we're talking to now 8-time winner on the IndyCar 2025 season, Alex Palou, arguably one of the nicest drivers. And you were bit by a superstition once. You got to tell us that now that you spilled it out there.
Yeah, not only one. Like let's say if I had, I don't know, like I had a superstition that if I went to pee before jumping into car in like this bathroom, I always had to go to that same bathroom. And it was tough because sometimes it would be occupied. So then I would have to pee somewhere else, or I would have to take it with me to the track, which was not comfortable at all. So yeah, I have many of those. I like eating as well, or like listening to music and not being able to do it because somebody asked you for a photo and you don't want to be like, no, just hold on, kid. Like, I know you're super excited to have a picture with me, but I'm listening to this whatever song that makes me feel better. Like, I think that's a bit stupid to have, and I don't want to have those issues with kids or with fans.
Nope, absolutely. And the peace story, I didn't know if you could go higher up in my book, but your peace story, you're legendary, dude. I just freaking love it. Yes, exactly. I mean, we could get these same stories from other people, but you are in discussions constantly on the reg with Mario Andretti, Al Unser Sr., AJ Foyt. If you win out this year, you're going to sit on top of that list of all-time wins. Does that stuff matter to you, or is it just another win that you're going for as you're en route to another championship?
It doesn't matter in a way of like I don't think about it, but it matters that I love to hear that, honestly. Like it's crazy to hear those my name around those names. Like for me, those guys are legends. I think we still have a lot of work to do to be around those names. Like especially the way these drivers have been able to do it over the years. Like same for Scott Dixon. Like it's not the fact of like winning X amount of races or getting X amount of championships. It's the fact that he's been able to do this for like the last 25 years in different eras, different teammates, different engine manufacturers, like just different stuff. And I think that's what makes somebody legendary. So yeah, I think we're at the start. Hopefully we can still work as good as we're doing it and perform for the next 10, 15 years. And then hopefully you can be in that conversation.
Alex Palou, Laguna Seca winner, 8 wins this year here in the Freak Nation. Have you had conversations with Mario or AJ Foyt or the Unser family about the trek you're on, about with these race wins and how special this is to watch you race?
No, never. Honestly, never. I never. So I hope I can have a couple of conversations towards the end of the year. I think Mario's not visiting the track as much as he used to. Otherwise, I would just have like normal casual conversations with him. He's a great guy. But yeah, I would love to have a coffee with him and just talk about it.
Now, obviously, 3 race wins you want, but what is your focus going on to the next 3 races? Because it's rarefied air, my friend, and where you are, is it easier to race when you're this far ahead in points for you?
Yes, it is. It's easier to race as with the points and how we've been performing this year in comparison to like last year. Last year we were heading into Nashville with like I would say 20-point gap to Power, which was amazing. Was like, oh my goodness, this is great. But we had to race like looking at those points, looking at what he was doing and trying to do a little bit better, or try and follow, or try and just knowing that we had to be in like, let's say, the top 10, while now we can allow ourselves to go race and go try and win races instead of just getting X amount of points. That's what we like. That's what we love the most. Obviously, the ultimate goal is what we're shooting for, but I want to go to Portland trying to win the race. That's what I have most fun doing. Same as today. We were not trying to be top 3, top 5, or in front of Pato. We were trying to beat everybody and trying to win the race.
The lead-in to this IndyCar race on Sunday was the Women's Euro Cup, the championship, and it was Spain versus England. Any truth to the rumor that you and Will Buxton had a bet going, and when England took it, you said double or nothing if I win this race?
I did not say that. But we were watching it, and Jack Harvey was as well there. He was obviously pulling for his country. I was pulling obviously for Spain. I don't know the end result, honestly. Like, I've just been on the podium. I mean, I was in the car, I was in the podium, then on the media, so I've not heard. So what happened?
England won.
Penalty kicks, brother.
It was PKs.
PKs.
It's okay. Hey, they were fighting.
Yeah.
We were up. When I left, we were up. We were 1 goal up. Yeah, anyway, it is what it is. It's important to fight, and I'm sure that they fight it hard.
You represented the country today very well, so there you go.
Boy.
Thank you.
Alex, as always, thank you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so
See
much.
Crasher, you being the residential IndyCar snorkeler that you are, the significance of what this guy has done and is on the verge of doing isn't lost on somebody that was born, freaking probably conceived, at turn 4 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indy 500.
Okay, no, that is not true.
I know it's not.
But yeah, think about it. If he wins out, he's going to be the winningest driver in IndyCar history. That's decades upon decades, more than 50 years of racing. I don't technically know how many years with all the different names. It's been Champ Car and Kart and IRL, and it's been a long time, though. And the Indy 500 in particular is going to be 110 years old next year. So, yeah, that's stunning. I loved the graphic that IndyCar on Fox put up about guys that have done their sport in the first 6 seasons and who has won championships more. Well, the top 2 were Tom Brady and Alex Palou.
Dang.
3 championships in their first 6 seasons. All the second place ties were Tiger Woods, I believe Wayne Gretzky, and I'm losing who the other one was, but yeah, Jimmy Johnson. He was even a 2 championships in his first 6 seasons. So yeah, it's just shocking what we're watching right now. Yes, I get it. You're tired of the same guy winning, but I don't think people complained when AJ Foyt kept winning. I don't think people complained when Al Sr. or Mario Andretti kept winning. You're witnessing history. I mean, yeah, I do remember the haters on Jimmy Johnson, but this is big. Just soak it up.
Right.
And if you don't want to watch him leading, that's fine. Go 2nd through 28th, okay? Yeah, just find something else to watch. But Alex Palou is still history.
Freak Nation, coming up next hour, more from Bubba Wallace. We've got Shawn Reed, that horrific Top Fuel accident in Washington last weekend. He joins us. Also, Rajah Caruth, NASCAR Truck Series pilot, running for a championship, and fights on dirt are freaking legit. Big second hour coming up. SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Summer is finally here. Cookouts, pool parties, and rising gas prices. Time to start using Lucas Fuel Treatment. Lucas Fuel Treatment improves mileage, increases power, and lowers emissions. It's a virtual tune-up in a bottle. Just pour it directly into the tank for a dramatic improvement in the performance of your vehicle. Good for gas and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. Get it now at your local auto parts store.
Since 2022, the Enjoy Illinois 300 and Worldwide Technology Raceway has been nothing short of spectacular. Side-by-side racing, intense battles, flared timbers. It's now the 2nd race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. All the excitement and the added drama of championship elimination. Go fast, go home. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate, Illinois.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Texas 321 now at 800-808-9443. 800-808-9443. That's 800-808-9443.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Here's to the Dream Chasers, the Glass Ceiling Breakers, the Minivan Mothers, the Schedule Jugglers, and everyday All-Stars at the top of their game. We see you making moves, taking names, and rewriting the rules to find your own way. To all the women who keep our world running smooth, we keep you on the move.
Hey, race fans, it's Crash Gladys.
And Kenny Sargent with SpeedFreaks. You want motorsports with muscle, stories with edge, and guests that won't hold back? Welcome to SpeedFreaks.
We're the only home of raw, real, racing-fueled chaos, and we serve it up weekly on Racer Network. From Supercross to Supercars, F1, NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, we talk legends, we talk lunatics, and everything else in between. Buckle up, Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Racer Network.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
I'll say those last 20 laps, there was ups and downs of telling myself, you're not going to be able to do it. And I hate that I'm that way, but.
And I remember going, you know, like this is going to hurt. And then it went totally quiet.
NASCAR. That is f***ing bull.
Like I had a superstition that if I went to pee before jumping into car in like this bathroom, I always had to go to that same bathroom.
You were anti-Pacers, weren't you?
So here's the story. My buddy Don I really was just trolling because, you know, I just was giving him crap.
Yeah, you know, me get to wave the checkered flag. Yeah.
You know what? I'm very comfortable wearing this, and you know, if you think I'm a oh well.
Try again.
Live on the Freak Radio Network, broadcasting from the Lucas Oil Studios, driven by General Tire.
Rock on, baby!
I am serious. Here's the Freaks.
Second hour of the Freaks coming up. Shawn Reed, top fuel pilot who wrecked horribly in Washington last weekend, survived, lost a digit, and maybe a few brain cells, but he'll be joining us in about 15 minutes. Also coming up, Rajah Caruth, the NASCAR Truck Series pilot running for a championship this year. for joining us this weekend. God Almighty will be joining us here shortly. Also coming up, you saw at the top of the show with the intro where there's a couple dirt racers getting after it. And evidently the freaking promoter, 3-box there, Cody, evidently a freaking promoter that pays dudes to fight. Put you on camera, Cody. Let's go to you in the dungeon there, my friend. Now, what did you hear about this promoter again?
I read on Twitter that he pays drivers. If you're going to fight, you do it on my front stretch, and I'll pay you $50. Is essentially what the tweet said.
And where is this?
This is in Farmington, Missouri.
Yeah.
So what did you tell our text thread? That this is your...
Oh, this is now firmly in the bucket list. Way up there. I need to see some front stretch fighting.
You know what?
In Missouri.
I wanted to play that soundbite from Bubba about hanging out with SVG and Scott McLaughlin. We'll get to that maybe this segment. But let's go ahead and let's roll that video of these two dudes getting after it at the front stretch in Farmington, Missouri. And I had to put some freaking sound effects to it because there was some dude mumbling underneath the audio, dropping some F-bombs and so forth. Because I really was listening closely going, damn it. But with our punches being thrown and the sound effects, it actually makes it a whole hell of a lot funnier. And early on in this fight, this guy almost drops and the guy in the white fire suit gets a right cross in the cranium and drops almost and pops back up and gets after it. And then there's the body slam. Yeah, let's here, Freak Nation, enjoy a good 30 seconds of fights in the front stretch on dirt racing. There, oh.
Body slam.
When he gets up on
Hey, more.
Just amazing. Haymakers on the front stretch. Who would have thought? That's why dirt racing's the best, honestly. Come on. How can you not like that?
I like now, or at least knowing ahead, thanks to Cody, I like knowing that they knew that there was an incentive. They would be paid in order if they did it on the front stretch. Because when that body slam came down and I see the two guys in orange shirts, just like, all right, are they done yet? And now it makes more sense. Because if I didn't know that, it'd be like, well, help them or something. I guess that's the mom in me.
It was hockey-esque, and we can get through all the...
Yes, yeah.
I went to a race and a hockey fight broke out. We can get into all that. But if you would do this one more time, Cody, bring the volume down on it, and I want to talk over it just a little bit. Ooh. Yeah, bring the volume down. You can throw it underneath me. But go ahead and roll that video one more time. Now watch freaking white fire suit guy when he's dropped almost to his knees and picks right back up. Watch this.
I like
Whoop!
this. Oh,
bam.
right.
And you're right, Crasher. The dudes in the orange shirts are just letting them go. Right?
Same with that guy, the other red fire suit dude. Oh, body slam.
Uh-huh. What do they say? They're probably like, do we know if these guys are brothers? Look at the fans. They're just sitting there, the fans at the bottom.
And he ends up winning the damn fight, too.
Yeah.
Impressive.
So Cody, do both the dudes get $50 or do they split the $50?
I'm actually not sure.
All right.
It would be pretty funny if they split the $50, though, wouldn't it?
Or actually, that should be 50 and 50.
It should be.
You've got to freaking play here in the Freak Nation, man. Come on, we're getting you guys some damn love. What's the name of it? Do we know the name of the track?
Farmington. Empire Speedway.
It was Colin Palmer and Tyler Worley, by the way.
Not brothers.
Not brothers.
Well,
modified
as far as they know, guys.
Oh. Oh, poor Midwest.
Hey, who's your points leader right now in your NASCAR Cup Series there? Cole Cusimano?
That would be one Chase Elliott.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Finished
Who has
13th?
not won a Crown Jewel event.
Who has not.
We found
Actually, fun fact here. HMS, Hendrick Motorsports, 1, 2, 3. Top of the leaderboard for the point standings.
Oof.
Impressive.
Wow.
And Chase Elliott, the only full-time driver, was 0 DNFs.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
0 DNFs.
Lowest finish of 20th this season.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
Yep. Chase Elliott.
Okay.
Mr. Consistency.
Yeah.
SVG, the highest finishing rookie at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Hold on. We haven't even touched on the ties, the battle of the ties. Are we okay? Ty Gibbs won $1 million like he really needed it.
Yeah.
It was expected.
But what about Catherine Legg.
Yes.
Catherine Legg,
Yes.
17th place at Indianapolis. That's amazing.
Beats her best Indy 500 finish of 22nd, I think that was. So, yeah, impressive. Saw her up to second place at one point, and I'm like, sorry, IndyCar. I moved over to NASCAR. I'm like, where's Catherine?
She wanted more track time in the Cup Series. This was her 5th start, I believe. She scored her career best finish 3 weeks ago at Chicago with 19th, now 17th at Indy. So let's see more Catherine Legg in the Cup Series.
She finished ahead of
better.
Briscoe, SVG, Gibbs, Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick.
That's insane. Tyler Reddick, a former winner. Oh, that was on the road
Go after
course,
that,
but
you freaking Snapdragon haters.
There's a lot for the haters to just seethe on right now. I hope you're having a great
Xfinity Series not without some controversy. We'll get to that coming up this hour.
Oh, yes.
Gotta.
Beat the Freaks. Do we have a winner this weekend? Be sure you follow us on Twitter, Freak Nation. If you follow us on Twitter, you can see that you can compete for a set of General Tires, Freaks. So Bubba Wallace, again, post-race, it was about 35, 40-minute press conference. We picked some of the nuggets out of the post-race. And come to find out, Scott McLaughlin, who is just a badass IndyCar Series pilot, friend of the Freak Nation, good dude, from Australia, New Zealand.
New Zealand.
All right. They befriended each other. He runs for Penske, Scott does. And evidently, Scotty, SVG, and a number of other drivers get together on Tuesday nights. And Bubba talks about the significance of Scott and these drivers after this race win. I'm sorry, Cody. Yeah, it's cut number 6, my friend. Sorry. Can you not read my mind, Cody? My God, son.
Give him
helped SVG this weekend. Some bitch qualified 11th on oval. He's figuring it out. Man, I've always loved Legend Car Racing. Man, myself in that series, I don't know if any of you guys were around for those times, but we've had a lot of bad days there, but a lot of good days. But I always thought Legend Car Racing was the most beneficial car that I learned how to drive, and that I always went back to Legend Car Racing to figure out the next steps in racing, right? And so for years I've gone back and forth, taking a couple-year break and coming back. So I ran last year. Things were, okay. But Scotty and SVG came out one weekend, and man, I wish we all had their accents because they sound so much cooler than us. Everything just, whether they're mad, they're sad, or happy, it just always sounds funny. And they fell in love with it. They were like, how much does it cost? We want to do this next year. And so they put it all together. And week 1, Scotty just rips the roof right off this thing. And they have had so much fun. You couldn't wipe the smile off Scotty's face each and every time he got in the Legend car. It was so different for him.
Oh, that's super
right. Crasher, and you've got the tweet from Scotty Mac.
Oh, yeah. This was just awesome. This was an hour or so. Well, it had to be after the photo shoot because Bubba is laying on the track close to the bricks with Bex, his son, on top of him, just taking it all in. And, yeah, Scotty Mac, soon out of the car from the IndyCar race at Laguna Seca, he says, this guy is the best dad. He's been going through it with the racing gods. Always one of the first people to text me if we have a bad day. So I'm happy for B-Dub, a great dude, and I hope the haters enjoyed it.
Just to see some freaking Kiwi fall out of a Legends car and start talking about how much fun he's having is badass. Right?
Yeah, and you got 2 of them with SVG and Scotty Mac.
Dude, we got a break, right? Holy smokes. This show is smoking. Coming up, Xfinity gets heated with Austin Dillon, and I believe we have Richard Childress, who's also pretty freaking hot.
Austin Hill.
What'd I say?
Austin Dillon.
Austin Dillon?
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
Hill.
Thank you. Austin Hill, right.
It's
Thank
funny. There was a media member who did the same thing, questioning Childress, saying, are you going to be upset at Dillon? And he's like, wait, Hill?
He survived a horrific Top Fuel accident last weekend. Shawn Reed, he joins us next. SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
As your power steering pump ages, seal leaks may occur, causing the power steering system to lose fluid. Your power steering system may also develop an annoying squeal, and the steering may become more difficult to handle. By using Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak, you will stop the seal leaks, reduce slack in rack and pinion, eliminate the squeals and hard spots in your power steering system. It is guaranteed to stop seal leaks or your money back. Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak. It works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Since 2022, the Enjoy Illinois 300 and Worldwide Technology Raceway has been nothing short of spectacular. Side-by-side racing, intense battles, flared tempers. It's now the second race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. All the excitement and the added drama of championship elimination. Go fast, go home. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate, Illinois.
Hey, race fans, it's Crash Gladys.
And Kenny Sargent with SpeedFreaks. You want motorsports with muscle, stories with edge, and guests that won't hold back? Welcome to SpeedFreaks.
We're the only home of raw, real, racing-fueled chaos, and we serve it up weekly on Racer Network. From Supercross to Supercars, F1, NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, we talk legends, we talk lunatics, and everything else in between. Buckle up, Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Shawn Reed, hang on.
So, Freak Nation, I've been jamming a microphone in this guy's face for the last 20 years, but typically it's when he gets out of the water, either a race win or a race loss. Fortunately, a lot of race wins in the water. Shawn Reed joining us here in the Freak Nation, top fuel pilot Shawn Reed. And Shawn Reed, you're joining us this time for all the damn wrong reasons, buddy.
Yeah, that was a kind of an unfortunate deal up there, but here I am. At least I'm talking to you.
That's a very good point, because I've seen accidents that are not half that bad when drivers have been in a coma or there was no chance that we'd have a chance to talk to those guys. How's your noggin, by the way?
Well, they say my noggin's okay. They did all them tests, but we'll see. I mean, it's I've never really been fully there, I don't think, but time will tell. Time will tell. I'm just starting that heal up process where, I mean, it really takes, I'm on my 5th day now, and it's still kind of going downhill. I wake up every day, or every time I wake up, a different part of my body hurts. So, we're just kind of getting through that right now.
Can you walk me through this, Shawn? Because again, the video, plenty of people have seen the video, and it's running during this interview. Can you walk me through? Many drivers talk about wrecks, how it's slow-mo, but when we're watching it, it's milliseconds. But as a driver that's part of that accident, can you walk me through that?
It is really a strange thing. I've never been in one, so I really couldn't comment on that until now. But You just, you don't get in the car thinking that's going to happen. So it's the last thing from your brain. I remember like it was yesterday. I remember no qualms about it. I remember getting out there. I remember seeing the nose of Doug Kalitta's car, and then I remember him going away. And I remember thinking, oh, he smoked the tires, but I'm on a pretty good pass. This feels pretty good. And the car started to go a little bit left. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll just correct it a little bit. And then it started to go a lot more left. And everything went virtually quiet. And then from the impact, I don't remember. I remember going left, and I remember going, like this is going to hurt. And then it went totally quiet. I don't remember anything. I never lost consciousness. They said, but there was probably 25 seconds of me sliding down the track, and then the safety safari coming to me that nobody was around me. That's when I think I lost consciousness. Because it just went quiet, and it was like it was almost soothing. Really, it was just kind of weird. It was just soothing, no big deal issue. I didn't know I was in a crash. I didn't know I won a race. I didn't know. I was just in la la land.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. It's incredible what our brain does to help us or to rescue us in bad situations.
Yeah.
So for you to use the word soothing after a massive crash up at the Northwest Nationals, the Seattle drag strip, wow. And you're describing it as, okay, the left, I started going left just a little bit. We watch it. And then you say, I started to go left even more. We watch it, and you're talking about an absolute fraction of a second. Your right rear tire just disintegrated. Do you know yet what happened?
I'm going to chalk it up to just crap that happens in a racetrack, man.
Right.
I have no idea. I mean, I'm not here to put blame on anybody, anything. I mean, we all take the risk. We all sign the waivers, and it'd be a snowball chance in hell that anybody from my camp's gonna sue the NHRA or Goodyear or anything like that, because that just won't happen with me. I take these risks, and that's just what happens. But to me, it just whether I picked up a piece of debris. I mean, it all happened quick. I've seen the replay of like one rotation of the tire. You see like a little bulb, like a little bulb out. Then the next rotation, you see a little flap. The next rotation, you see the flap coming off, and then you do see a flash of some sort. And I don't know if that's air coming out of the tire. That's just making the header flame kind of flash up. I really don't know, but it all. I mean, that was the what they call it, the all the holes in the Swiss cheese aligned right there. It's like I mean, the tire coming apart to taking out the rear wing, and then what's really amazing about that is I knew something happened, but I was still going straight. So I'm thinking this ain't that big a deal. And then it just started going left, and it was holy hell from there. It was done from there. I couldn't stop it, or couldn't even come close to stopping it.
The way you were just describing right now, have you microanalyzed the slow-mo of your Seattle crash in order to really kind of see what happened?
I really haven't watched it a ton yet.
Oh.
I mean, I've just seen little posts and stuff, and I can pretty much stay awake for about 15 minutes right now. So in between all that stuff, I'm doing all that and looking at stuff. But I remember thinking, God, Wennon's gonna kick my ass for this one, and I'm just like, and I just and I remember being in the hospital going, God, and man, if I haven't done anything right in my whole life, please let this wreck not be my fault. Like I didn't drive it there. I didn't go out of the groove. I didn't please don't let me be the fault of this thing, and
oh, wow.
yeah. And so it doesn't appear that I did anything wrong here. So, we'll save that for better spirits around my crew. They'll probably tell me I screwed it all up.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already got the foam finger out. When they back me up, the next time they back me up, the foam finger's coming out. I mean, because everything I do is in. I mean, if I qualify fourth, they're going to go, "Hey, you qualified fourth. Hold the fist up." Right?
Oh no.
You know, so
okay, we have to explain for people that are watching and may not be familiar. Show them, unfortunately, what did happen, but damn, your attitude's so good about it. Show them that yes, unfortunately, you lost a finger.
Yeah, I'm missing a digit here, but I didn't like it anyway. I mean, I just. It did me no good. I'm right-handed, so whenever I use this digit, I mean, if I went to pick my nose, I'd be picking my ear or my eye. So anyway, I just get rid of that thing and I'm on to something new. We're good.
How did you lose your finger? Where did it snap in the accident?
Well, the several theories, of course. There was, and I know people got all this stuff, but Rob thinks that the impact that my hand hit was out by the wall because he was down there right away. He thought that he had seen concrete and stuff in my glove. Like as Tony Stewart says, all the guys in their mother's basements downstairs are like, well, why didn't he just let go of the wheel? Well, it's not that simple, and it happened pretty dang quick, but. If I had a second chance in it, I probably would have the same problem. Whether my hand got caught up in the wheel or whether it hit the wall, it was apparent. When I came to a stop, it was apparent that finger was not going to ride home with me.
Did it cut it clean or was it dangling?
It was pretty much, it was dangling. It was still there, but it was hanging low. Let's just say that.
Even though you were soothed in the head, did you feel pain anywhere?
Yeah. The finger didn't bother me. Then nothing else bothered me. It was when I was trying to get out of the car and I couldn't breathe. That was kind of a scary moment. They Rob and the crew and the guys, they said that they heard noises out of me that they they never want to hear again. Like it was the haunted house 13 or something. The screams and the noises I was making were probably not the best. And it was all because you can't catch your breath, and then I just you don't know if you're dying or living at that point, right? So it was pretty brutal until they got me in the ambulance and they gave me some really good stuff. Man, it was just like, keep giving me that.
Sugar and spice, baby.
Speaking of giving you things, you've become good friends with Freak Fave Tony Stewart, and he decided to give you some items as a get well, huh?
Oh yeah, he had to come over here Sunday night. I just got out of the hospital. I was not coherent at all, and I got me a Hello Kitty backpack full of goodies. I got Simon in there, and I got some coloring crayon, and I've already started.
Wait, is that yours or is that Andrea's? Is that your wife's? Hold on.
That's Andrea's.
Yeah, come on.
This is mine.
Yeah,
oh
hers
wait,
is
upside down. Sorry. And the funny thing is, Tony's already on the funny thing. He got me the triangle crayons just so I can grip them better.
So the big fat triangles.
Yeah, the big triangle ones. It takes less grip. You're good.
No way.
All right, enjoy the drugs. All right.
I appreciate you guys. Have fun.
Survival with Shawn Reed. Coming up next, Rajah Caruth running for a NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship here at Speed Freaks Best Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks Motorsports Radio redefined.
General Tire delivers.
Here's to the Dream Chasers, the Glass Ceiling Breakers, the Minivan Mothers, the Scheduled Jugglers, and everyday All-Stars at the top of their game. We see you making moves, taking names, and rewriting the rules to find your own way. To all the women who keep our world running smooth, we keep you on the move.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams July Summer Sale and get 30% off paints and stains July 18th through the 28th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Do you have an idea for a book, fiction, nonfiction, or a children's book? We can help you put it together and bring it to market at Dorrance Publishing. We have thousands of testimonials from people just like you that we've helped get their books sold in stores and online. We've even got a service called The Writer's Coach. It's perfect for people that have a book idea in their head and they just need someone to help them put it on paper. Dorrance Book Publishing has been helping people just like you who have a book idea, written or not, for over 100 years. Imagine being counted among the most famous authors in the world with your very own book. Call right now and let us help you turn a book idea into reality. It's easier than you think. You just need a little help. Call us now.
800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. That's 800-879-4098.
Hey, Freak Nation, Crasher here. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use my limited time promo code FREAKS and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. Our listeners are making $200 to $300 a year just from buying the gas they already needed. Don't wait. Download the free Upside app now and use my promo code FREAKS to redeem your 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code FREAKS, and it's totally legit. Real people are getting paid just to make their daily commutes, and you can too. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or other brands. Download the free Upside app now using my limited time promo code FREAKS for a limited time, 25 cent per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Since 2022, the Enjoy Illinois 300 and Worldwide Technology Raceway has been nothing short of spectacular. Side-by-side racing, intense battles, flared timbers. It's now the second race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. All the excitement and the added drama of championship elimination. Go fast, go home. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate Illinois.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Rajah, Caruth coming up in moments, but first this segment brought to you by our good friends at Lucas Oil. Go to lucasoil.com to check out a line of products to keep your two wheels, your four wheels, your boat, your diesel truck, all on the road, fat and happy, especially during the summertime heat. Lucas Oil, that's lucasoil.com. Rajah Caruth, a big win in Nashville this year, NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series pilot. We caught up with him earlier this week. So many things to say. Another one of those guys I just want to win a championship because he's so matter-of-fact and just so chill. But unfortunately, he's a Washington Commanders fan. Rajah Caruth now. SpeedFreaks Spits, Lucas Oil Studios. Freak Nation, Rajah Caruth is back in the Freak Nation. I'm curious, Rajah, when I've run a NASCAR truck before, just, again, around California Speedway as a stupid media person.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
R.I.P. California Speedway.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Always.
And I run a stock car there too. And man, those freaking things are night and day, man. Can running a NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series truck really prepare you to move in the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series? Because they drive so damn different.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just depends on the driver, right? I think if you're good enough, you'll figure it out. In every division, every level that you're at, and fortunately, I've been able to do it to the best of my ability here in the Truck Series, and at the same time, I've run well for the stuff I've been in the Xfinity car. So it's really just they're different. They have similarities for sure. I think the Truck Series is the closest it's been in its time to being comparable to the Cup Series, and Xfinity kind of has its own identity, which I think is great, and hopefully it continues to be that way for a long time. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, if you're good enough, you'll figure it out. You put in the work to be as competitive as you can be, and don't see anything different with my story.
See, I would take it differently than you, Kenny. I would take it as the trucks are just a little bit more difficult to drive because they can get looser quicker than stock cars that just seem to be so stable more often than not. So yeah, I'm going to take it as it's a better learning curve. And yeah, like you said, drivers are going to adapt. You adapt to trucks, you're going to be A-okay.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of places trucks are honestly easier, and there's not that much horsepower, and there's a lot of downforce with the big splitter, the big aero presence they have with the aero ducts and how the noses are, the giant spoiler, the truck bed. I guess that's what it's called. It's yeah, they're easy for sure, and that's how you see us all fan out on restart, stuff like that. And I shouldn't say easy because I've 100% spun out by myself in a truck before, but overall, compared to an Xfinity car, right? You go and unload, and you guys have seen those things have almost 700 horsepower and a tiny spoiler and small splitter and not a bunch of side force to lean on. So those are race cars for sure and a lot of fun to drive.
NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series pilot Rajah Caruth joining us here in the Lucas Oil Studios. And Rajah, I've not heard so many NASCAR Cup Series drivers talk about how they wish the Cup cars were like the Xfinity Series cars because of the ability to drive those damn things.
I think they were. When I was a kid, it was the COT, right, with the not a bunch of fender flare on the bodies and having your manufacturer specific noses and tails, but overall the bodies being kind of the same, and not the same, but similar. And I can't speak to really any Cup car. I haven't driven anything in real life, and the only Cup car I've driven on the sim, not iRacing, but our Chevrolet sims has been the next gen. So can't really speak to what the Gen 6 felt like or the COT. I just know what I watched growing up. So for me, it's it'll be interesting to see when I drive it for the first time and see what everybody's talking about. Hopefully I get that opportunity at some point, but thankful
you will.
for what I've gotten so far and just enjoying the journey for sure.
Yeah, your journey has been so fun to follow over the last several years. Are you satisfied with the pace at which things have gone, or do you think it should maybe be moving a little quicker or maybe slow down just a touch?
Right now I'm cool with how things are going. I think at bits and points in my history, I've definitely felt like, dang, I need to be at a certain place or whatnot. But like, honestly, at this point, I'm confident in my ability. And, this is my third year in the Truck Series, but also I've run Xfinity on and off the last 3 years and developed experience in that division. But overall, I didn't start driving until I was 17, and I just turned 23 this year. So I'm never going to catch up to these guys and gals in experience for sure. But, yeah, I'm fine with how things are going. Just trying to go on my own pace, run my race, and enjoy the journey for sure.
But hold on, does it matter? You said I'm never going to catch up to these guys in experience. Does that really matter anymore? Because again, if you are a good talent, if you can learn on the fly, if you can learn from your mistakes as well, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, for sure. I think it definitely, that experience gives you a leg up for sure, right? And you look at some really talented guys like obviously Connor Zillage, Brent Cruz, a lot of those guys. They started when they were very, very young, and some raced overseas, some has run dirt all across the country, and they've accumulated that experience from before they're even in hit puberty, right? And I think for me, I didn't mean that in a bad way, but for me, right, like I didn't, like I said, get started, so I was almost done with high school. So I think from my perspective, I'm biased, but I've just tried to show up and make up for that inexperience through being around my simulating time, obviously, but being present and putting in work from a student kind of perspective. So I don't know. Hopefully it works out to where it doesn't matter, but I guess that's not really for me to say. I think I can only really speak to my journey, and I've been a fan for a long time, but not having started driving until more recently. I've been just trying to take in as much as I can. I'm not drinking through a fire hose like I was when I got started, for sure. Definitely having years consistently in one series helps you to learn the little stuff like the restart processes, and even going to racetracks and not leaving your parking pass in your rental car, and Just a little thing that you don't think about, I mean, seriously, like they don't teach you that stuff, but it's
true
that you learn as you're a maturing adult and everything. And for me, being able to go to school like normal and kind of have a normal childhood has helped me be, I think, mature enough to be able to go and put in these high pressure and certain scenarios and be fine, because I'm have the maturity and wherewithal to be able to handle myself. It's not like I've been around this since I was little and then, did homeschool and not, have the social aspect of things. But nothing against the guys that have done that. Everybody's got their own story for sure.
No, but that you hit on something key, because I mean, I know DC Events, one of your sponsors, that's a hometown sponsor, so to speak, but it's also, that's such a perfect sponsor for you because of your ability to speak so well in front of crowds, to tell your story, to have people learn from you. I mean, yes, there's something to be said about that level of you as a person.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. I think for Events DC in particular, that means a lot for sure, because I mean, I had so many days back home, whether it was biking to school, taking the Metro Rail, or the Metro Bus, Metro Trains, and biking to school and everything, to where all I dreamed about was racing. And the only way I could get it was through watching it online or television or going to Richmond or Dover. So to bring them to the track was great. And with that being said, I just, any way I can give back to the city is super special, because I remember being just a young cat over there trying to make a living and chase my dream, and fortunately been able to do so.
You got that race win this year, of course, at Nashville. And again, you've been running the NASCAR Truck Series for 3 years. Do you have any kind of mentality to get playoff ready? I mean, we're in July, but does that make any sense to you right now?
I think for me it does. I mean, we got 3 left until then. I think next week I'm taking the vacation because trucks are off, so I'm gonna go and spend some family time. But come August, when we're back, it's game time. So I definitely like just the excitement of getting ready for the playoffs and like that kind of exciting type of mentality. Because for me, like, I grew up playing sports. I love basketball, football, track and field, soccer. So like postseason, competing for championships and that risen or higher level of intensity and excitement for me, I live for moments like that. So I'm definitely excited to go to Darlington and Bristol and have your season be on the line and have to elevate and rise to the occasion. I definitely live for moments like that for sure. So excited to have that opportunity later this year.
Is finishing well in the playoffs contingent on you moving into Xfinity, by the way?
I mean, I would like to think that. I mean, for me, that's where I want to be next year. I've run enough over the last 3 years, not 2024, but 22, 23, and my one race so far this year. I would like to think that just would help my draft stock and help opportunities in that garage. And I feel like I'm capable of that and deserving of an opportunity. So at the same time, thankful for what I've received so far. And I know that I got to have a good rest of the year, period, if I want to continue to be in the sport above all. Mm-hmm. But in terms of like a definitive, like, hey, I need to get this specific result to move up, I don't think it's that. I think I just got to do as well as I can, and we'll see what other opportunities are out there.
It's awesome. Again, go win. Get back at the Freak Nation.
Sounds good, guys.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Hey, race fans, it's Crash Gladys.
And Kenny Sargent with Speed Freaks. You want motorsports with muscle, stories with edge, and guests that won't hold back? Welcome to Speed Freaks.
We're the only home of raw, real, racing-fueled chaos, and we serve it up weekly on Racer Network. From Supercross to Supercars, F1, NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, we talk legends, we talk lunatics, and everything else in between. Buckle up, Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Racer Network.
Here's to the Dream Chasers, the Glass Ceiling Breakers, the Minivan Mothers, the Scheduled Jugglers, and everyday All-Stars at the top of their game. We see you making moves, taking names, and rewriting the rules to find your own way. To all the women who keep our world running smooth, we keep you on the move.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Taxes 321 now at 800-808-9443. 800-808-9443. That's 800-808-9443.
Since 2022, the Enjoy Illinois 300 and Worldwide Technology Raceway has been nothing short of spectacular. Side-by-side racing, intense battles, flared timbers. It's now the second race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. All the excitement and the added drama of championship elimination. Go fast or go home. Get your tickets now at WWTRaceway.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate Illinois.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Hey, man, congratulations to Connor Zilic, another race win, Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the Xfinity Series. Congratulations to that guy, man. That dude is on a freaking tear. I'm just hoping that they don't throw him into Cup, again, too soon. I know he's showing qualities that will translate to Cup, but let him just crush it for a couple of years in the Xfinity Series, right?
I would say one more year, probably. He's somebody I think that will adapt really quickly, just given his background in racing and how he's done to this point. I mean, 3 straight wins. Mm-hmm. He has a 2.1 average over his last.
Oh yeah, I saw you post that.
I think it's 9 starts. That's absurd. This kid's a generational talent. He's a superstar. Also, shout out JRM, 100 wins now in the Xfinity Series. It's pretty crazy.
Also in the Xfinity Series, give me a 3 box there, Cody. Probably looking at myself. Austin Hill, not. Yeah, Austin Hill, who's, again, locked in the playoffs with the Xfinity Series, is out there running at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and from a lot of people's standpoint, did not deserve this penalty from an accident that was, how many laps were left, do we know? Do we remember, Cody? It was towards the tail end of the race, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I was out doing something on a Saturday freaking afternoon, not much in the damn Xfinity Series race. But regardless, I did see this highlight numerous times where Austin Hill, after this accident, gets penalized by NASCAR, and then we'll show you that. And then we'll show you what he has to say about NASCAR in the pits, and then we'll show you what his team owner, Richard Childress, had to say about his race penalty. But first, this is the accident with Austin Hill in the Xfinity Series with Eric Almirola that got it all started.
Out. Oh, as you see the 19. Oh, what a save! Oh, no!
What a hard hit for the 19. Wow. Caution out, 10 to go.
So it's that right rear clip from Austin Hill and Almirola that angered NASCAR. Got the penalty, goes into his pits, has to stop, has a few comments to say to his crew chief. This is Austin Hill as he was paused in the pits.
Hold it for 5 laps for reckless driving. Oh, they can go themselves. NASCAR. That is bullshit. I'm sideways. I go to correct it back to the left. It gets locked to the left, and I can run into the 19.
Well, I don't think that's going to help at all.
I love that at the end.
Yeah, that's Jamie McMurray. I don't think that's going to help.
It's a little
at all.
damning when you have your white gloves doing this in the windshield. So
I know. I'm not a driver, but I think it's. Let's make this a court case and let's say, where's the probable cause? Why would he want to take out Eric Almirola? I'm really finding it hard I know that the vast majority of people say that was an intentional hit, so my opinion is not very popular. I'm not finding that intentional. I'm finding it as so much chaos going on so fast, and it happened.
And Cody, is this soundbite with Richard Childress? Is this with our buddy Jordan Bianchi following him there in the pits? Yeah. Your team owner of the Xfinity Series with Austin Hill and Jesse Love. Richard Childress was asked a few questions as he was rolling through the pits after the penalty.
Say nothing. I'll be in bigger trouble than I already am with NASCAR, period.
Do you think Dillon should be suspended?
Do what?
Do you think Austin should be suspended?
Hell no. They didn't do a damn thing to the 2 car when he wrecked tight and admitted to it, drove him in the right rear and wrecked him at Coda. It's who you are. We're a blue-collar team. They give us trouble all the time.
All right, guys, thank you.
Dude.
Okay.
Stop dead in his tracks. That was awesome.
Yep.
Fired
Richard Childress, the team that had Dale Earnhardt Sr., the team that was not considered a blue-collar team, instead considered one of the teams on the inner circle of NASCAR. Whoa, how things have changed.
It depends who you are. And when you see an individual, again, just roll that underneath us, Cody, if you can. Leave that volume down just a little bit.
Which one?
Of RCR, of Richard Childress, sorry. Yeah, roll that underneath us and watch. Yeah, bring the volume down.
I'll be in bigger trouble than I already am.
And bring the 3 box off. There we go. Now, watch him. He stops in his tracks.
Hell no.
Now, watch Richard's lips start to shiver here, man. He is pissed.
Mm-hmm. It's who you are.
Right there. Oh,
yeah, I saw it.
Livid.
Yes. Yep.
Imagine getting clocked by him. Remember Kyle Busch back in the day?
Yeah.
Hold my watch. Okay. And wasn't Richard Childress last year the team owner who said they made us sign it? I had no choice.
Yes.
I had to sign. So, yeah, there's been something going for a while with RCR and NASCAR. Why wouldn't they just join the lawsuit? If you're really that upset, you're tired of being the blue-collar team, just join Front Row and 2311.
I think Austin and RC should have a podcast. Oh, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, screw Holler Talk this week.
Exactly, yeah,
It's
just bash
Austin and
NASCAR the entire
Richard.
time.
Cody, pull up that Austin Hill one more time. Let's hear some vintage Austin Hill in the pits after they asked him to stop with a 5-lap penalty.
Hold it for 5 laps for reckless driving. Oh, they can go themselves. NASCAR. That is bullshit. I'm sideways. I go to correct it back to the left. It gets locked to the left, and I can run into the 19.
Well, I don't think that's going to help at all.
So epic.
Oh, that's good.
I love the leaf blower in the car too.
know,
It's like they're
Cool off,
they're
buddy,
cooling him
cool
off,
off.
but like yeah, exactly that way too. Yeah.
Like,
Imagine-
yeah, your mind, your everything.
Cool down.
Yeah, imagine being the crew. It's a 5-lap penalty. okay? And they're just going.
5 laps at Indy is like
rock, paper, scissors.
eternity.
What are we going to do? Go. Pull out the blow dryer, Johnny. God. That's not a 5-lap penalty at Martinsville or Bristol.
No.
That's the freaking 2 point whatever mile.
2.5, 2.5.
2 point, yeah.
It's a full 5 minutes right there.
Jesus, man.
Yep.
Freak Nation, if you follow us on Twitter, you know that you can get a shot at a set of General Tires every week with Beat the Freaks. And we've had a couple of winners over the last 4 or 5 weeks. A longtime fan of the Freak Nation, Patrick Dawn, was
yay!
Was our contestant this weekend.
Sweet.
Go ahead and bring that up there, Cody. Bring the graphic up. Patrick got his ass kicked.
Oh, no.
Look at that.
Crap.
That's why you got to follow along with the money stop right there. I've been cashing in on these freaking
That's so
Beat
true.
the Freaks. Look at this. Come on.
Wait a minute. How are you and Richie? Kenny, you and Richie are tied. Did you guys have the exact same picks?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
So Richie had the 2 chases and Busher.
Right.
You had Bush, Busher, and I believe it was Reddick, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it Reddick or it was Reddick. Reddick or Byron?
Byron. Sorry,
Okay.
Byron. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got his ass
sorry,
handed to him. Sorry.
Patrick.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Cole, for saving us.
Some light work.
Who did he have? Like freaking Mark Martin and Ricky Rudd?
Me?
No.
No, Patrick.
Oh, he
Patrick.
had Elliott. He had Reddick, and forgetting one more. Bush.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Yep.
Well, again, Freak Nation, if you want to to win a set of General Tires, you've got to beat us when it comes to the Cup Series race. Typically, we drop it Friday night or Saturday morning. So get them in, get your entries in before the race typically starts on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, depending on where the hell you are. Man, what a show, Freak Nation. Bubba Wallace, big win. His 3rd victory in 277 Cup Series races. His first victory in 8th top 10 finish in 2025, and his first victory in 4th top 10 finish in 5 races at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Big deal.
Yep.
Crown jewel.
Because it's Indianapolis, right?
That's right. Kiss the bricks.
At least it's got 30 years, 30 plus years.
Still the Brickyard.
And it is, yes, exactly. It is hallowed grounds.
You have 15 seconds to tell people what you did at the first Cup race, Crash, in the
fell
stand.
asleep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was in turn 1, in shade, very comfortable with a bunch of my friends who were also IndyCar fans. And yeah, I fell asleep because it was so slow and just. Sorry.
Freak Nation, we'll do it again next week. Be sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, subscribe on YouTube. Did you miss this show? Well, if you just got the end of it, be sure to catch us on Racer Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. Freak Nation. Cody, nice work today, man. Richard C. Suave should be back next week. If he didn't spend time there in the Navy, who's gal in San Diego.
Who's on assignment.
See ya.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Summer is finally here. Cookouts, pool parties, and rising gas prices. Time to start using Lucas Fuel Treatment. Lucas Fuel Treatment improves mileage, increases power, and lowers emissions. It's a virtual tune-up in a bottle. Just pour it directly into the tank for a dramatic improvement in the performance of your vehicle. Good for gas and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. Get it now at your local auto parts store.
Since 2022, the Enjoy Illinois 300 and Worldwide Technology Raceway has been nothing short of spectacular. Side-by-side racing, intense battles, flared timbers. It's now the 2nd race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. All the excitement and the added drama of championship elimination. Go fast, go home. Get your tickets now at WWTRaceway.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate Illinois.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Taxes 321 now at 800-808-9443. 800-808-9443. That's 800-808-9443.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Here's to the Dream Chasers, the glass ceiling breakers, the minivan mothers, the scheduled jugglers, and everyday all-stars at the top of their game. We see you making moves, taking names, and rewriting the rules to find your own way. To all the women who keep our world running smooth, we keep you on the move.
Hey, race fans, it's Crash Gladys.
And Kenny Sargent with SpeedFreaks. You want motorsports with muscle, stories with edge, and guests that won't hold back? Welcome to SpeedFreaks.
We're the only home of raw, real, racing-fueled chaos, and we serve it up weekly on Racer Network. From Supercross to Supercars, F1, NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, we talk legends, we talk lunatics, and everything else in between. Buckle up, Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Racer Network.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.